Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I would like to take a little bit of time to show you around Mometrix's online course for the HESI A2 exam. When I was preparing for the HESI A2 exam myself, I ended up using Mometrix's online course and it was very helpful for me. I was able to prepare in only about 2 or 3 weeks, and I was able to be completely ready to go, and I was also able to score very high on the HESI A2 exam. So that helped me immensely to just kind of focus my studies on exactly what I needed to study and the exact right type of questions, getting full-length practice tests and tons of practice questions for all the different types of questions. So overall, it's just an extremely helpful, comprehensive course. But I thought that I would jump on here today real quick and show you guys a very quick tour of the online course, because I know that if you're going to purchase something like that, you want to make sure that it really will be helpful for you. So I am going to show you around today. I'm going to share my computer screen with you. I'm going to give you a very quick overview and rundown of what this online course is like. All right, so here's the homepage of Mometrix online courses, and this is specifically the homepage for the HESI A2 online course. So once you've purchased the course and you sign in, this is what you'll see. You've got your study tips and test taking strategies, reading comprehension. These are just the main general topics. So we've got vocabulary and general knowledge, grammar, then mathematics, biology. Now we'll move on to page 2 to continue seeing these broad general categories that are on the course. So then here we have the rest of biology finishing up, then chemistry. Then scrolling down, we have anatomy and physiology. Then physics. We're going to move on to page 3. And then here physics concludes, and then they have professional practice, testing, and bonus content. And then here at the bottom, you see the full-length practice tests. This is a really neat feature of the Mometrix courses. So on this course, we see that there are going to be 7 different practice tests, and each one has all of the different general topics beneath. So if you specifically want to test yourself on, let's say, an anatomy and physiology section, you could click specifically on that section, or you could take the entire full-length practice test. So we're going to go back here to the first page, and now we're going to look at a subtopic. So let's look at the parts of speech in the grammar section. So this is to give you an idea of what the lesson content might actually look like in each of these sections. So we'll click on verbs here and just take a look at this. So most of the lessons are going to have a lesson that you can read, and it goes over all of the information that you need to know for the topic. So in this case, it's going through all the tenses, conjugation, mood, everything that you need to know. When you're done with that topic, you can click next topic and it moves on to the next one. So in this case, it's moving on to adjectives. Now you see here that you have a lesson, and then at the bottom there's a video. What is an adjective? So this is another really cool feature about the Mometrix course, is that they include also video lessons on a lot of these different topics. So you've got kind of all different formats. You've got flashcards, you have lessons to read, you have videos, and all of that. Now you see here on the left side, I'm scrolling through the sidebar, and this is also another way to navigate around. So now we're taking a look at anatomy and physiology, and then I clicked on meiosis, which this is one of the big things to study up on for anatomy and physiology. And you see here they give you different words, vocabulary words that you need to know in bold. When you finish a lesson, you can click that button, mark complete and proceed, and then it'll be marked with a check mark on the course that you know that you completed that lesson. So now we're taking a look at the circulatory system, and they put this note at the top that the anatomy and physiology section may or may not be included on your test. So this is something to just be aware of before getting into the test. Make sure you know what your school is going to be testing specifically, so that you study up specifically on those sections. Not every single section is going to be tested by every single school. You see here again, there's video lessons, there's images to show you visually what they're talking about. There's lots of vocabulary, there's charts and graphs, there's images, just so many different helpful ways of learning. And then once you've finished the lesson, again, you can mark complete and proceed, or if you need to come back to it, you wouldn't mark it as complete, but you would just click next topic. Okay, so now we're going to go into one of the practice tests to take a look at that and what the practice test looks like. So we're looking at reading comprehension. You'll click start quiz, and then you have the full length practice test. So in this case, for reading comprehension, 47 questions. Now you can go one question at a time, or you can click on specific questions at the top if you would like to go to a specific question. So you've got the passage, the multiple choice answers below, and then you can click next when you're ready to move on to the next question. Now on the reading comprehension section, as you can see, there's usually 3 or 4 questions per passage. So it's going to be the same passage for a few questions before it moves on to a different type of passage. So in this little bar at the top, you can select any one of the questions to click on, and then it'll bring you to that question. So this is helpful, especially when you get to the end of taking the test and you want to go back and maybe check some questions that you were not so sure about. You can actually mark questions as that you want to review, and then they will pop up as being yellow, and you can go back and check them later. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at the math practice test. Click start quiz, and you see here again we have all of our questions. The questions have multiple choice answers beneath. You can answer it and then move on to the next question. If you want to review a question, in this case, I'm showing you here, you can click review question, and then it's going to turn it yellow. And that will remind you to go back to that question at the end to check it before you turn your quiz in. Now, when you're done, you will click finish quiz. The results are going to be recorded, and of course, I didn't actually take this quiz, so I got 0 out of 50 points, and then it's going to show me the statistics of that. Then I can click on view questions, and it'll show me exactly what I got right and exactly what I got wrong, as well as detailed explanations of every single problem. So on the math section here, you see that they have video explanations of every problem, which is super helpful. So for anything that you may have trouble on, it'll actually show you exactly how to complete each problem. So that's just a little bit of a practice test that you see now for the reading comprehension and for the math section. Now going back to the home page, let's just take a look at this very first one, flashcards and practice tests. So the HESI flashcards are one other very nice feature about the Mometrix online course. They have flashcards that you can study for all of the different sections. So you see here, you can either study all flashcards, and it has 341 different flashcards, or you can specifically go into a specific category, for example, anatomy and physiology, and then you can click on either start or list cards. So this is list cards where all the cards are here, and then you can click on whichever specific one you would like to begin on. Then it brings you into this where you're kind of in the flashcard format. So here, list the 3 primary body planes. When you're ready, you'll click show answer, and then on the other side, on the flip side, it'll show you the answer and the detailed definition of the flashcard. Then you'll click next when you're ready to go on to the next one. And you can click show answer whenever you're ready to show the answer of that flashcard. So again, you could go into all flashcards and study all flashcards at once. Then at the top, it shows you the category here. This is a reading comprehension flashcard. Tells us compare and contrast topics and main ideas. And then you can click the card to flip it over. And then here is the answer to that. It goes over the details of topics and main ideas. So this is a great feature of the Mometrix course. I hope that was helpful for you guys today. If you enjoyed this video, you can go ahead and hit that like button down below. And if you'd like more content on preparing for your nursing entrance exams, specifically the HESI A2 and the TEAS exam, then you can go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I have weekly videos coming out on all of those fun topics. Thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful